We talked about the team competition sheet and some of the tweaks and adjustments you would need to make to that as far as contracting it. If you don't have 13 guys on a team, adjusting the team averages, what to do if you have to add people on. Now we'll talk about the position ranking sheet. And I've done the same thing to it where I've had Jackrabbit 1 through 104 added on just for the purposes of demonstration, but also just to have enough space for you guys to do what you need to do, okay? Like the team competition sheet, you might need to delete people. So let's say you only have 10 wide receivers. After you get everything filled in, you may just need to chop some stuff off, okay? Like here, so we have 10 wide receivers, but somebody gets added to the team. You can add them on to the bottom. And then just make sure you bring the formulas down and then make sure they are in this left-handed column for the data input sheet so they can be properly looked up. The position ranking sheet is actually very, very easy. We don't have to worry about calculating averages. Everything gets looked up already. All we need to do is once the data is inputted for a competition that week, you'll need to go through and sort this, okay? So I know it says sprint, but let's say this is actually a competition where the largest score wins. Let's say this is actually a lifting competition. So I would just need to come through here and manually sort these. So I would go to each position group, highlight the score only. Don't highlight the name and the score. If you just highlight the score, just hit sort, which is, usually in the top here if you're on the home tab, largest to smallest. Expand the selection because then that will pull the name along with the score, okay? And then literally I would just go down the line, position group to position group, and sort them accordingly. Now, what will happen is once you change competitions and you click this, obviously this ranking, there's no numbers here, but the rankings would have to be adjusted again. So I'm going to use the same competition, but let's say I'm no longer doing a lifting competition where the highest score wins, or actually doing a sprinting competition where the lowest score wins, the fastest score wins, and then I'd have to come through and resort everything. So every time you do a competition, make sure you pull the on the drop-down menu, you go to the correct competition you're trying to rank, and then you can then physically come through and rank everybody, whether it's highest to lowest or lowest to highest. So that one's really, really simple. This is probably the easiest thing you can do. Again, the lookup functions are already set. All you might need to do is obviously delete some people off of the bottom. You'll need to put names, correct names, obviously in, and then just making sure the names here are spelt the same as the names in your data input sheet, and then you should be good to go.